Hello everybody, my name is Biggles. I am going to do a review of Isom #1. Now, I really like this book. It's not the best comic book I've ever written, but I did enjoy it a lot. There is a scene about a bracelet where I think that might be the source of Isom, also known as Avery's powers, because there was two little bubbles about it. And it was when he was in the hospital after he should have died. So I think that bracelet is very important. We'll find out later. I'll probably theorize about that. Maybe I'll make a video on it. Who knows? The book is basically about Avery Silman, who is, I believe I'm saying his name right. He is a rancher, and it looks like he might have been a former hero based on the end, the last couple panels about him giving back his suit. You meet Yaira, but you don't really know anything about her. You meet the Alpha Corps, which is their excerpt elite. That's what they're called. They're I'm guessing it's for exceptional people, or exceptions to the rule of a normal person. So that's what they call the people with powers. He gets a call from his sister about trying to help find a missing person, which is Mrs. I think Newman. Yeah, Mrs. Newman's daughter, Jasmine, who got caught in the wrong crowd, and Avery goes and confronts them. Conflict happens. Avery ends up being too prideful and going back, and more confrontation happens. So that's basically the a really short version of the story. I don't really want to spoil anything. You have Avery, his sister, Yaira, Darren, Alpha Corps, and that's basically all the people you really get introduced to. You get side characters who I don't think are going to be well, they might be in other episodes or other issues, but not as much. I really like the artwork of this book. It is fantastic. I have a lot of comics where the artwork looks like dog shit, and I just don't buy anymore. I'm just like, I'm done with the story. I can't look at this art. It's awful. You get these two, who I'm not sure who they are, but they I don't think they're Alpha Corps. So there's other people in here that I'm trying to figure out who they are exactly. But as far I do a grade school grades, A, B, C, D. I'd give it a B. It's a very basic superhero story. But I'm intrigued to know more about the world. I want to know more about these characters. Avery is a very likable character to me. He's hardworking. He's a bit too prideful. He cares about his sister and his niece. He cares about his workers. This is Sam. I believe that's Sam. Keep saying it's Sam, so I'm pretty sure when I read it, that guy's name is Sam. He's one of my favorite characters so far, because of his personality. So I really like the characters. I like the artwork. The story is good. I expect as he gets more skilled as writing, as Eric gets more skilled as writing, it would be even better, because he sets this up. The world seems interesting. There's people with powers, and apparently a lot of them get their powers using the suit, because they specialize it. And Avery even says one that makes fall damage less resistant. So I assume that's there. And then you get a little thing after. I think it's pronounced Norfolka. I could be wrong. These guys are rock stars, but also fighters, it looks like. I can't wait to see what they do. They are not from Earth. Well, it said maybe the Under Earth, which I don't know what that is yet. So I'm guessing maybe there's an underground world underneath Earth, or they're aliens because one guy's like glowing green and floating. I don't really want to give more away about the story, but I really liked it. It's very good. If I had any complaints, it would be that even after 96 pages, I was like, it's over. I want more. So that was my biggest thing, is I wanted more. I was very upset when it ended. That was my biggest problem. I was like invested, and I was like, no, it's over. So I'm going to reread this again. I want to figure out what's going on with this bracelet. It's only 2 bubbles. It's only 2 bubbles in the story, but the way they talked about it, it seems important to me. So I think it might be the source of Isom's power, or it's where he keeps his power and how he gets his power to work. So thank you everybody for watching. I'm going to do another one of these when I get Isom issue number 2. I still have some other stuff to do on the channel. I've been working on a race guide for Goblin Slayer TRPG. I give it a B. I definitely recommend checking it out. There are no longer pre-orders, but you can order issue or cover number C. So go ahead, check that out. It's worth the money. The artwork is fantastic. It feels great. The characters are intriguing. I would like to know more about the characters. I don't know if Yaira is good or bad, but it looks like she's problems for the city, and they had to send Alpha Corps to fight her. You don't know Avery's powers, so I would like to know what his powers are. You just know he's super strong right now. Once again, thank you everybody, and I'll see you in the next video. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and even follow my Twitch.